Don't you love it? It's beautiful. My name is Jason Wright, and I'm so thankful that you guys, look at this room. Piedmont astonishes me all the time. You guys are some of the most supportive people, the most supportive community. How many of you have seen an opera before? Not very many yet. So you guys will support anything. If I said I was going to stand up here and juggle gummy bears, y'all be like, we're going. We're going. Because it's for the school, it's for the kids. I'm so thankful for what you do to support this school and this community. Thank you for supporting your children. Thank you for supporting the arts. Thank you for making it possible for me to do what I love to do. I told the children not too long ago that they are my music. And thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to work with them and to be here with you. I'd like to bring up our principal for just a minute. Dr. Clemens, if you would come up for just a second and have a couple of words.
We appreciate y'all being here and appreciate just the great job Mr. Wright does and all of our students. They just astonish me, as you just said, and we appreciate just the cooperation with JSU and everybody that participated in this. So thank you and look forward to this show.
Thank you. This is my professor, Dr. Nathan White. He taught me everything I don't know about it. Which isn't very much. No, I'm just kidding. No, thank you, Dr. White. I want to say this while I'm standing in front of everybody. I just want to say thank you. Teachers are so important, and you have inspired me in so many ways. And I have learned so much from you, and I would not be able to do what I'm doing today without your guidance and your influence. So thank you for being here with us, and thank you for doing this for us. Thank you.
As he said, I'm Nathan White, and I just wanted to get up and say that we tried something new this year, and I have always been about anything I can do to promote arts and arts education in Northeast Alabama. I'm going to try it. And so what we tried this year was to partner with Piedmont High School and allow their students to understudy the roles for the JSU Homecoming Musical. And they did the performances down in Oxford with us. And then we are up here with some of our students, and we're providing the chorus so that they can do the roles tonight. So it's not quite the same production. We're adding a few things. It's a lot more fun, I think, because great students come along every once in a while, and Jason Wright is one of those students. And he's one of those that I'm very proud that he, happened through my studio a little bit. He never wanted to be a music major, and I convinced him to be an art major. I mean, he came in and said, I really don't want to do music. Yeah. And, he found his passion, and he is out trying to change the face of arts education in Piedmont and Northeast Alabama and anywhere he can, and I couldn't be any more proud of you. So, congrats. Thank you.
So, without further ado, we present to you Gilbert and Sullivan's The Pirates of Penzance.
Pour the pirate shanty, fill the pirate glass. And to make us more than merry, let the pirate bumper blast.
For today our pirate prince rises from indenture street. Strong his arm and keen his senses, he's a pirate now indeed.
His good luck to Frederic, Frederic out of his indentures.
22 now he's rising, and alone he's fit to fly, which we plan on signalizing with unusual revelry.
Here's good luck to Frederic,
friends offer my heartfelt kind wishes. Would that I could repay them as they deserve.
What do you mean?
Well, today I am out of my adventures, and today I leave you forever.
Why, this is quite unaccountable. A keener hand at setting a sail or rowing a boat never set foot on this vessel.
Yes, I've done my best for you, and why? Because it was my duty, and I am the slave of duty. When I was a child, I was regularly apprenticed to your band. It was through an error. No matter, the mistake was ours, not yours.
An error? What error?
I dare not tell you. It would reflect horribly upon my well-loved.
Nay, dear master, my mind has long been gnawed by the cankering tooth of mystery. Better have it out at once. When Frederic was a little lad, he proved so brave and daring. His father thought he apprenticed him to some girl seafaring. I was, alas, his nursery maid, and so it fell to my lot to take and bind the promising boy, apprentice to a pilot. A life not bad for a hardy lad, though surely not a high lot. Though I'm a nurse, you might do worse than make your boy a pilot. I was so stupid, nursery maid on breakers always steered, and I did not catch the word aright through being hard of hearing, mistaking my instructions, which within my brain did gyrate. I took and found the promising boy, apprentice to a pirate. Sad mistake it was to make and doom him to this vile lot. I bound him to a pirate, you, instead of to a pilot. I soon found out beyond all doubt the scope of this disaster. But I hadn't the face to return to my place and break it to my master. A nursery maid is not afraid of what you people call work. So I made up my mind to serve as a kind of piratical maid of all work. And that is how you find me now, a member of your shy lot, which you wouldn't have found had he been bound apprentice to a pilot. Pardon, Frederic, pardon!
Rise, sweet one, for I've long pardoned you.
The two words were just so similar.
They still are, though years have rolled over their heads. But this afternoon, my obligation ceases. Individually, I love you all with affection unspeakable. But collectively, I look upon you with a disgust that absolute to total detestation. Pity me, my beloved friends, for I feel that once I am out of my indentures, I shall feel myself heart and soul to bound myself to your extermination.
Poor lad! Poor lad!
Well, Frederic, if you costume design, if you cranberry,
Wisconsin.
If you conscientiously...
yes, conscientiously. If you conscientiously feel it is your unbound duty to destroy us, we cannot blame you for acting on that conviction. Always act in accordance with what dictates your conscience, my boy, and chance the consequences.
And besides, we don't seem to make piracy pay. I'm sure I don't know why, but we don't.
Alas, I know why. But I mustn't tell you it would be right.
Why not, my boy? It is only 11:30, and you're one of us until the clock strikes 12.
True. And until then, you're bound to protect our interests.
Well, seeing as it is my duty, I must tell you that you are too tender-hearted. For instance, you make it a point of never attacking a weaker party than yourselves, and when you attack a stronger party, you invariably get thrashed.
There is some truth in that.
Then again, you make it a point of never molesting an orphan. Not that way.
Oh, we are orphans ourselves and know what it is.
Yes, but it has got about, and what is the consequence? Everyone who catches says he's an orphan. The last 3 ships we took proved to be manned entirely by orphans. And so we had to let them go. One would think Great Britain's mercantile navy was recruited solely from her orphan asylums, which we know is not the case.
But hang it all, would you have us absolutely merciless?
There's my difficulty. Before 12, I would, and after 12, I wouldn't. Oh, ever a man placed in so delicate a situation?
And what about Ruth? Your own Ruth, who you love so well, and who's won her middle-aged way into your boyish heart. What's to become of her?
Oh, he will take you with him.
Well, Ruth, I feel some little difficulty about you. See, I've constantly been at sea since I was 8 years old, and yours is the only woman's birth. Woman's birth. Face? That woman's face that I've seen in that time. I think it is a sweet face.
It is. Oh, it is!
I
Yes,
say
it
I
is.
think it is. That is my impression. But how horrible it would be if I were to marry this poor innocent woman, just to find out that she was on the whole lady.
Ruth is very well.
There are the remains of a fine woman about Ruth.
Do you really think so?
I do.
Then I shall not be so selfish as to take her from you. In justice to you, and in consideration to her, I shall leave her behind.
No, Frederic, it cannot be. We are rough men. We lead a rough life. And we are not so utterly heartless as to deprive thee of this inestimable treasure for all the world holds dear. I thought, keep thy love, Frederic. Keep thy love.
She'll be fine.
Well, it's the top of the tide and we must be off. When your process of extermination begins, make our deaths as swift and painless as you can conveniently make them.
I will, for the love I hold dear for you all. Would that you could render this extermination useless by accompanying me back to civilization.
No, Frederic, it cannot be. I do not think much of our profession, but contrasted with respectability, it is comparatively honest. No, Frederic, I must live and die a pirate king!
You're gonna sing again, aren't you?
Oh, yes. Oh, better far to live and die under the brave black flag I fly than play a sanctimonious part with a pirate and a pirate heart. Away to the cheating world go, where pirates all are well to do. I'll be true to the song I sing and live and die a pirate king. For I am a pirate king. It's a glorious thing to be a pirate king. For I am a pirate king.
You are the pirate king.
It is a glorious thing to be a pirate king.
It is hurrah for the pirate king, hurrah for the pirate king.
Hey, which way are you swinging that thing? Give me that thing. Get down! No, get back. You ready?
Anytime you're ready.
I was born ready. When I sally forth to seek my prey, I have myself in a royal way. Do you want to go back in the barrel? No. Get out! I sink a few more ships, it's true, than a well-bred monarch ought to do. He'll keep on his first class crew. If he wants to call his crown his own, must manage somehow to get through more dirty work than e'er I do. For I am It's a glorious thing to be a pirate king. For I am a pirate king.
You are the Pirate King.
It is a glorious thing to be a pirate king.
It is hurrah for the Pirate King, hurrah for the pirate.
Where's my ship? Would you like that? What are you doing? It's all wrong! Pirates, come on.
That looks a little small. Oh, Ruth! Oh, yeah. See, I feel some little difficulty about you. You see, a lad of 21 usually looks for a wife of 17.
A wife of 17. You'll find me the wife of 1,000.
No, but I shall find you a wife of 47, and that's quite enough. Ruth, tell me candidly, and without reserve, how are you?
Well, I'll tell you truthfully, Master. I have a slight cold. But otherwise, I am quite well.
I'm truly sorry for your cold, but I was referring rather to your personal appearance. Compared with other women, are you beautiful?
Well, I've been told so, dear Master.
Yes, but lately.
Oh, no. Years and years and years and years and years
What
ago.
do you think of yourself?
Well, it is a delicate question to answer, but I believe that I'm a fine woman.
And that is your candid opinion.
Yes, I should be deceiving you if I told you otherwise.
Thank you, Ruth, for I believe you, and I trust you not practice on my inexperience.
No.
And if you really are a fine woman, then your age shall be no obstacle in our union. Ha! Surely I hear voices. Could it be a pep rally? No, it does not sound like a pep rally.
Confusion! It is the voice of young girls. If you could see them, I am lost.
Oh, by all that is marvelous, a bevy of beautiful maidens!
Roused!
How lovely! How surpassingly lovely is the plainest of them! What grace! What delicacy! What refinement! And Ruth told me she was beautiful! Oh, false one! You have deceived me!
I have deceived you.
Yes, deceive me. You told me you were fair as gold.
And master, I'm not so.
And now I see you're plain and old.
I'm sure I'm not a young soul.
Upon my innocence you play.
I'm not the one to plot so.
Your face is lined, your hair is grey.
It's gradually got so.
Faithless woman to deceive me, I who trusted so.
Master, master, do not leave me. Hear me, here you go.
Faithless woman,
Master, master,
faithless woman,
master, master.
faithless woman to deceive me, I who trusted so. Faithless woman to deceive me, I who trusted so.
My love without reflecting. Oh, do not be rejecting. Take a maiden tender, her affection raw and green. At very highest rating has been accumulating. Summer 17, summer 17. Just your loving master, crush to disaster. Your such undoubtedly very I have been. My love on a bed has been accumulating 47 years. 47 years.
Faithless woman to deceive me, I trusted so. Faithless woman to deceive me, I trusted so. What's that? Before these gentle maidens, I dare not show my face in this alarming costume. No, no, I must remain in close concealment until I can appear in decent clothing.
Climbing over rocky mountains, skipping rivulet and fountain, passing where the willows quiver, passing where the willows quiver by the ever-rolling river, swollen with the summer rain, the summer rain. Treading long and leafy mazes, dotted with unnumbered daisies, dotted with unnumbered daisies. Sailing off and rugged passes, climb the hardy little houses till the bright seashore they gain. Sailing off and rugged passes, climb the hardy little passes till the bright seashore they gain. Let us gaily tread our pleasure, make the most of fleeting pleasure. Hail it as a true life, so it perish by and by. Hail it as a true life, though it perish by and by. Every moment brings a treasure of its own especial pleasure. Though the moments quickly die, read them gaily as they fly. Read them gaily as they
We have left him ever so far behind.
Oh, he will be here presently. Remember, poor Papa is not as young as we are. We've come over a rather difficult country.
But how thoroughly delightful it is to be so entirely alone. Why, in all probability, we're the first human beings to ever set foot on this enchanting spot.
Except the mermaids! It's the very place for mermaids!
Who are only human beings down to the waist.
And who can't be said, Isabel, strictly to set foot anywhere. Tails they may be, but feet they cannot. We are quite alone, and the sea is as smooth as glass. Suppose we take off our... shoes.
Oh, but Edwin!
Edith!
Think of propriety! This beach being so injudiciously sandy. Will not our shoes have become likewise? And in the removing of them, will not our skirts be similarly soiled?
Oh dear! Oh, that's true, Isabel. Then we have any choice than to take off our skirts as well.
Yes, our skirts as well! Oh, Edith! Does that not leave you in great danger?
Great danger?
Yes! Might all the crew of some ship while passing by at sea be suddenly attracted by the whiteness and delicacy of our skin and observe us here? And you! And me! Without our hats! Would not your standing in the social register be grievously reduced?
It would!
Have we any option at all then, dear sisters, in indifference to familiar responsibility? Remove our hats as well?
Yes, our hats as well!
Oh, but Edgar!
Edith! What now?
Is this not yet worst of all? For having removed our shoes and our skirts, might we not now freely paddle in the sea? The unaccustomed stimulation of which could in turn blind us to proper caution, thereby endangering our gloves?
Well then, to eliminate the risk of their permanent ruination and the need for their immediate replacement, which in turn might endanger poor Papa's financial and personal health, then we have any option then, sisters, but of our own free will, than to remove our gloves as well.
Yes, our gloves as well!
Play. I dare not show my face upon your notice in this effective yet alarming costume. But under these peculiar circumstances, I feel that it's my bounden duty to inform you that your proceedings they will not go unwitnessed.
But who are you, Sir Snake?
I am a pirate.
A pirate!
Ladies, do not shun me. This evening I renounce my vile profession. To that end, O pure and fearless maiden, who blushing bars of ever-blooming beauty, I so at heart, implore your kind assistance.
How pitiful his tale!
How rare is beauty!
How pitiful his tale! How rare is beauty!
Oh, is there not one maiden here whose homely face and that complexion However plain you'll be, I'll love you. I'll love you. I'll love
Alas, there's not one maiden here whose homely face and black complexion have caused our hope to disappear of ever-winning man's affection.
not one,
No, no, not one.
not one.
No, no. Tis painful. Yes, tis Step to pity's name. What shame is that a reason good and true why you should all be deaf to pity's name? The question is, had he not been a thing of beauty, would she be swayed by spite as keen a sense of duty? Shame, for shame, for shame, wandering one, though ye have surely strayed. Take heart of grace, lie scarcely trace, wandering one. If such pure love as mine can help me find true peace of mind, take it is mine. Take heart from danger loves, take any wants but ours. Take heart, ladies will shine, take any heart, take mine. Take heart from danger loves, take any heart but ours. Take heart, ladies will shine, take any heart, take mine. If such pure love as mine can help me find true peace of mind, why take it is mine. One, drink one. One, drink one. Take heart, take heart. Take any heart, take us. Take heart, take heart. Take heart, no evil ours. Take any heart but ours. Take heart, take heart, take any heart but ours. What ought we to do? Gentle sisters say, propriety we know. Since we ought to stay, while sympathy exclaims, free them from their tether, playeth other games, and leave them here together. Her case may any day be yours, my dear, or mine. Let her make her hay while the sun doth shine. Let us compromise. Our hearts are not of leather. Let us
shall shut our eyes and talk about the weather.
Yes, yes, let's talk about the weather.
How beautifully blue the sky, the glass is rising very high. Continue fine, I hope it's rain, yet it rained but yesterday.
Tomorrow is before again, I hear the country wants a ring. People say I know not why that we shall have a wonder life. Tomorrow is before again, I hear the country wants a ring. And people say I know not why that we shall have a wonder life. Tomorrow is before again, I hear the country wants a ring.
Oh yes, this is exceeding gladness.
How beautifully blue the sky, the glass is rising very high. Continue fine, I hope it's May, and yet it's rain but yesterday. Tomorrow is before again, I hear the country wants some rain. Yet people say I know not why that we shall have a wonderland. Tomorrow it's before again, I hear the country wants some rain. Yet people say I know not why that we shall have a wonderland. Tomorrow is before again, I hear the country wants some rain.
Load and soul and guilty dreaming, and where to find that soul with peace and virtue beaming.
How beautifully blue the sky, the glass is rising very high. Continue fine, I hope it's May, and yet it rained but yesterday. Continue fine, I hope it's May, and yet it rained but yesterday. Beautifully blue the sky, the glass is rising very high.
We must not lose our senses. Men who stick at no offenses will anon be here. Piracy, the dreadful trade is prey. You'll get your head, young maidens, while the coast is clear.
No, we must not lose our senses. If they seem make no offenses, we should not be here. Piracy, the dreadful trade is nice. Companions for young ladies, let us be on.
Is a first-rate opportunity to get married with impunity and indulge in the felicity of unbounded domesticity, to quickly be personified, conjugally modified by a doctor of divinity who is located in this vicinity.
We have missed our opportunity of escaping with impunity, so we'll now to the felicity of our maiden domesticity, which shall quickly be personified, conjugally modified by a doctor of divinity who is located in this vicinity.
By a doctor of divinity who resides in this vicinity. By a doctor of divinity. Oh, divinity.
Monsters, ere your pirate caravans so brief proceed against our will to wed us all. Keep in mind that we are wards in chancery, and father is a major general.
Better pause, or danger may befall. Their father is a major general.
Yes, yes, he is a major general.
Yes, I am a major general.
He is the major general.
He is the lawful major general.
It is a glorious thing to be a major general.
It is the lawful major general of the major general.
I am the very model of a modern major general of information, vegetable, animal, and mineral. I know the kings of England and quote the fight historical from Marathon to Waterloo in order categorical. I'm very well acquainted with matters mathematical. I understand equations both the simple and quadratical. About an everything I'm teaming with a lot of news. Lot of news, a lot of news. Oh, got it. With many triple facts about the square of the hypotenuse.
Many triple facts about the square of the hypotenuse. Many triple facts about the square of the hypotenuse. Many triple facts about the square of the hypotenuse.
I'm very good at integral and differential calculus. I know the scientific names of beings and macros. Short matters, vegetable, animal, and mineral. I'm the very model of a modern major general.
Short matters, vegetable, animal, and mineral. He is the very model of a modern major general.
I know in mythic history King Arthur into paradox. I answer hard crosses have a pretty taste of paradox. I quote and elegize for the crimes of Heliogabalus. In comics I can quote the air, the parabolas. I can tell and doubt at Raphael and Jared and Zophanies. I know the Curtain Chorus and the frogs of Aristophanes. And I can know Bugle which is hurting music dinner for. Ooh, dinner for. Oh, thank you. And whistle all the airs from that inferno, not suspendable.
Whistle all the airs from that inferno, not suspendable. Whistle all the airs from that inferno, not suspendable. Whistle all the airs from that inferno, not suspendable.
Then I can ride a washing bill in Babylonic uniform and tell you every detail from Caractacus' uniform. In short, it matters vegetable, animal, and mineral. I'm the very model of a modern major general.
In short, it matters vegetable, animal, and mineral. He is the very model of a modern major general.
In fact, when I know what is meant by Mamelon and Ravelin, when I can tell a sight a Mauser rifle from a javelin, when such affairs and sorties and surprises I'm aware yet, and I know what precisely is what is meant by commissariat. When I know what progress has been made in modern gunnery, when I know war tactics in a novice and a nunnery. In short, when I've a smattering of elemental strategy. Oh, got it. You'll say a better major general is never satisfied.
Say a better major general is never satisfied. Say a better major general is never satisfied. Say a better major general is never satisfied.
From a military knowledge, though plucky and infantry has only been brought down to the beginning of the century, but still it matters vegetable, animal, and mineral. I'm the very model of a modern major general.
But still it matters vegetable, animal, and mineral. He is the very model of a modern major general.
That was pretty good, but you doing trap music?
Hold my hat. I'm the very model of modern major general of information, vegetable, animal, and mineral. I know this is England and I quote the budget for Marathon the Waterloo. With many triple facts about the square of the hypotenuse.
With many triple facts about the square of the hypotenuse. With many triple facts about the square of the hypotenuse. With many triple facts about the square of the hypotenuse.
I'm very good at integral and differential calculus. I know the scientific names of beings and calculus. Short matters, vegetable, animal, and mineral. I'm the very model of a modern major general.
In short, it matters vegetable, animal, and mineral. He is the very model of a modern major general.
And now that I've introduced myself, I'd like to have some idea of what's going on.
Oh, Papa, you see,
Permit me. I'll explain in 2 words. Re-propose to, marry your daughter.
it's the news, Papa! It's the news!
Oh, but you mustn't do that. May I ask? This is a picturesque uniform, but I'm not quite familiar with it. What are you?
We are all single gentlemen.
Why, yes, I gathered that. Anything else?
Don't listen to him, Papa.
Nothing else.
They are the field pirates, the Pirates of
The Pirates of the Pirates of Penzance. The Pirates of Penzance? I have often heard them, yes.
All except this gentleman, Papa. Was a pirate once, but is out of his indentures today and needs to live a blameless life evermore.
But wait a bit, I object to pirates as sons-in-law.
And we object to major generals as fathers-in-law. But we waive that point. We do not press it. We simply look over it.
An idea. And do you mean to say that you deliberately rob me of the sole remaining drops of my own age and leave me to go through the remainder of my life unfriended, unprotected, and alone?
Yes, that's the idea.
Tell me, have you ever known what it is to be an orphan?
Oh, dash it all!
Here we go again.
Yes, orphan. Have you ever known what it is to be one?
Often.
Yes, have you ever known what it is to be one?
I say often.
Often, often, often!
I don't think you quite understand one another. When you say off, I ask you, have you ever known what it is to be an orphan? And you say often. As I understand you, are merely repeating the word often to show that you understand me.
I didn't repeat the word often.
Pardon me, you did indeed.
I only repeated it once.
True, but you repeated it.
But not often.
Stop! I think I can see where we're getting confused. When you say often, do you mean often a person who has lost his parents, or often, frequently?
Oh! I beg pardon. I understand. Frequently.
Ah, so you said often, frequently.
No, only once.
Exactly, you said often, frequently.
Only
once. Oh, men of dark and dismal fate, forego your cruel employ. Have pity on my lonely state. I am an orphan boy.
An orphan boy.
An orphan boy.
How sad an orphan boy.
These children whom you see are all that I can call my own.
Poor fellow.
Take them away from me and I shall be indeed alone.
Poor fellow.
If pity you can feel, leave me my soul remaining joy. See at your feet they kneel. Get down, get down, your hearts we cannot steal against the sad, sad tale of the lonely orphan boy.
Poor fellow. See at our feet they kneel, our hearts they cannot steal against the sad, sad tale of the lonely orphan boy. The orphan boy, the orphan boy. See at our feet they kneel, our hearts we cannot steal against the tale of the lonely orphan boy.
I'm telling a terrible story, but it doesn't diminish my glory, for they would have taken my daughters over the billowy waters if I had an elegant diction and indulged in an innocent fiction, which is not in the same category as telling a regular terrible story.
He's telling a terrible story, telling a dangerous story. It's all the things songs around with the billowy waters. To see the elegant diction, to call it an innocent fiction, because of the same category is telling a regular terrible story. It's easy an elegant diction, to call it an innocent fiction, because of the same category is telling a regular story.
Although our dark career sometimes involves a crime of stealing, we is a void of feeling. Although we live by strife, we're always sorry to begin it. For what we ask is life without a touch of poetry in it. Poetry. Our pirate rules protect you, and honorary members of our band, we do elect you. For he is an orphan boy. He is an awfully orphan boy. It is a glorious thing to be an orphan boy. It is an awfully orphan boy, an awfully orphan boy. Happy day, joyously, we live away and merry be. Oh, happy day, joyously, we live away and merry be. Should we fall auspiciously, our sisters all the prize we be. Should we fall auspiciously, our sisters all the prize we be. Happy day, joyously, we live away and merry be. Should we fall auspiciously, our sisters all the prize we be. Should we fall auspiciously, our sisters all the prize we be.
Yes, yes, remember Ruth, who kneels before you.
Away you did deceive me.
Away you did deceive him.
Oh, do not leave me.
Oh, do not leave her.
Away you grieve me.
Away you grieve him.
I wish you leave me.
We wish you leave him. Praise of the magnanimity, which way to lay sentimity. Never was an opportunity to get married with impunity. Or give up the felicity of unbounded domesticity. For the doctor of divinity is located in this vicinity.
We've served the magnanimity, we display to lay sentimity. Never was such opportunity to get married with impunity. For the gift of the felicity of unbounded domesticity. For the doctor of divinity is located in this vicinity. For the gift of the felicity of unbounded domesticity. For the gift of the felicity of unbounded domesticity. For the doctor of divinity, a doctor of divinity, a doctor.
will try to, Mabel. But why does he sit here night after night in this draughty old ruin?
Why do I sit here? To escape from the pirate's clutches. I describe myself as an orphan, and heaven help me, I am no orphan! I came here to humble myself and upon the tombs of my ancestors and implore their pardon for having brought disgrace upon the family escutcheon.
But sir, you forget, you only bought the property a year ago, and the stucco on your abdominal castle is scarcely dry.
Frederic, in this chapel are ancestors. You cannot deny that. With the estate, I bought the chapel and its contents. I do not know whose ancestors they were, but I know whose ancestors they are, and I shudder to think that their descendant by purchase, which I may so describe myself, should have brought disgrace upon what I had no doubt was an unestained escutcheon.
Be comforted. For if you had not acted as you did, those horrible men would have called in the nearest clergyman and married your lord's family on the spot.
I thank you for your proffered solace, but it is unavailing. Such is the anguish and remorse I feel at the abominable falsehood that I escaped these easily deluded pirates. That I would go to this simple-minded chief this very night and confess all, did I not fear the consequences would be most disastrous to myself. At what time does the expedition march against these scoundrels?
At 11, and hopefully before midnight I can atone for my involuntary actions with these pestilent scourges by wiping them from the face of the earth. And then you can be able to be mine.
Are your devoted followers at hand?
They are. They only await my orders.
Then, Frederic, let your escort lie in hearted. Be summoned to receive a general's blessing ere they depart upon the dreaded venture.
Just as they come.
When the foeman calls to steal,
Tarantara, tarantara,
we uncomfortable feel,
tarantara,
and we find the wisest thing
tarantara, tarantara,
is to slap our chest and sing,
tarantara,
for when threatened with abuse,
tarantara, tarantara,
and your heart is in your boots,
tarantara.
there is nothing brings it round like the trumpet's martial sound, like the trumpet's martial sound.
Tarantara, tarantara,
Tarantara.
Go, ye heroes, go to glory. Go, ye giants, hold the glory. Ye shall live in song and story. Go to immortality. Go to death and go to slaughter. Joy of every corner center. With her tears your grave shall water. Go, ye heroes, go.
Thus it's evident,
tarantara, tarantara,
these attentions are well meant,
tarantara,
calculated meant to cheer.
tarantara, tarantara,
Such expressions don't appear.
tarantara,
Who are going to meet their fate in a highly nervous state.
tarantara, tarantara, tarantara. Tarantara, tarantara, tarantara.
Go and do your best endeavor, and before our links we sever, we will say farewell forever. Go to glory and the breeze.
Go to glory and the breeze. For your foes are fierce and ruthless, false and bursts and fallen, toothless, young and tender, old and toothless, all in vain their mercy reigns.
We observe the greatest stress on the wrist and on the breast, and the reverence and lack
to our chance of coming back. Still, perhaps it would be wise not to carp or criticize, for it's very evident these attentions are well meant. Yes, it's very evident these attentions are well meant. Evident, yes, well meant. Evident, ah, yes, well meant. Oh, the bears is still to run, to run, to run, to run. Trumpets double beat to run, to run. I know I can sing to run, to run, to run, to run.
Now for the Pirates Lair. Oh, joy unbounded. Oh, sweet relief. Oh, rapture unexampled. At last I may atone in some slight measure for the countless acts of theft and pillage.
Young Frederic!
Who calls?
Your late commander.
And I, your little rude.
Oh, mad intruders, how dare ye face me? Know ye not, O rash ones, that I have doomed thee to extermination?
Have mercy on us! Hear us ere you slaughter!
I do not think I ought to listen to you, yet mercy should alloy a stern resentment, and so I shall be merciful. Say on!
When you had left our pirate home, we tried to raise our spirits faint, according to our customs old with quips and quibbles quaint. But all in vain the quips we heard, we let them some to put the rocks, until to somebody occurred a startling paradox.
A paradox?
A paradox, the most ingenious paradox, with quips and quibbles heard and fox, but not to beat this paradox.
A paradox, a most ingenious paradox. This paradox. We knew your taste for curious quips, for pranks and contradictions grill. With laughter on our lips, we wish you there to hear. We said if we could tell it him, our Frederic would the joke enjoy, and so we risked both life and limb to tell it to our boy.
That paradox!
That paradox, the most ingenious paradox. We quips and quibbles holding blocks, but not to beat this paradox. A paradox, a most ingenious paradox. This paradox. For some ridiculous reason for which I have no desire to be disloyal, some person in authority, I don't know who, very likely the astronomer royal, has decided although such a beastly month as February, 28 days as a rule are plenty. 1 year and every 4, his days shall be reckoned as 9 and 20. Through some singular coincidence, I shouldn't be surprised if it were owing to the agency of an ill-natured fairy. You are the victim of this very clumsy arrangement, having been born in leap year on the 29th of February. And so, through a simple arithmetical process, you'll easily discover that though you've lived 21 years, if we go by birthdays, you're only 5 and a little bit over.
Let's see. Yes, yours my figure too. Quite the quiz and she gaily mocks, though counting in the usual way. Years 21 I've been alive, yet reckoning by my natal day. Yet reckoning by my natal day. I am a little boy of 5.
He is a little boy of 5.
Paradox, a most ingenious paradox. Paradox. A most ingenious paradox. Oh. 5 and a little bit, huh? No one would think it to look at me.
I bet you'll be glad now that you spared us. Oh, you never would have forgiven yourself when you found you guilty of your comrades.
I'm afraid you don't appreciate the delicacy of your situation. You were apprenticed thus
until I reached my 21st year.
No! Until you reached your 21st birthday. And going by birthdays, you're only 5 1/4.
You don't mean to say you're going to hold me to that?
No! We simply remind you of the fact and leave the rest to your sense of duty.
Your sense of duty.
Don't put it on that footing.
Duty!
Please, my friends, as I was merciful to you, please be merciful to me and do not insist on the letter of your bond just as a cup of happiness is at my lips.
No, we insist on nothing. We content ourselves with pointing out to you your duty.
Your duty!
Well, you have appealed to my sense of duty, and my duty is all too clear. I abhor the infamous calling, and I shudder at the thought of it. But duty comes before all.
Bravely spoken. You're one of us once more.
Lead on, I follow. Oh, horror!
What is it?
Should I tell you? But it is my duty.
Speak now! I told you about the sense of constabulary... conscientiousness that we have never appeared to you in vain!
Well, seeing as it is my duty, and it pains me to do this, but General Stanley,
Yes?
the honored father of my dear Mabel.
Yes, yes.
Well, I hate to betray him, but he escaped your capture on the plea that he was an orphan.
He did?
Well, he is no orphan.
What?
More than that, he never was one.
What?
You mean to tell me, to save his contemptible life, he dared play on our credulous simplicity?
Yes.
Our revenge shall be swift and terrible. Come, we'll gather our band, not you, and attack Clement's castle tonight.
But stay.
No, not a word. He is doomed. Tonight he dies.
Very early tomorrow.
Frederic say they have no legal claim, no shadow of a shame will fall from my name. Stay, Frederic, stay.
Nay, Mabel, nay. Tonight I quit these walls. The God my soul oppose, but when stern duty calls, I must obey.
Stay, Frederic, stay.
Nay, Mabel, nay.
They have no claim,
But duty
Tarantara. But when the danger's near,
Tarantara.
when the danger's near,
Tarantara, Tarantara.
calculated mentor
Tarantara.
who are going to meet their fate in a highly nervous state.
Tarantara, Tarantara. Tarantara, 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 Tarantara.
Sergeant, approach. Young Frederic was to have led you in death and glory.
That is not a pleasant way of putting it.
No matter. He will not so lead you, for he has allied himself once more with his old associates.
He has acted shamefully.
You speak falsely. You know nothing about it. He has acted nobly.
He has acted nobly.
Dearly as I loved him before, his heroic sacrifice has endeared him to me tenfold. But if it is his duty to constitute himself my foe, it is likewise my duty to regard him in that light. He has done his duty. I will do mine. Go ye and do yours.
Right-o.
This is perplexing.
We cannot understand it at all.
Still, as he is actuated by his sense of duty,
That makes a difference, of course, but at the same time, we repeat, we cannot understand it at all.
no matter, our course is clear. We must do our best to capture these pirates alone. But it is most distressing to be the agents whereby our erring fellow creatures are deprived of these liberties to which we all hold so dear. But we should have thought of that before we joined force.
We should.
It's too late now.
It is.
When a felon's not engaged in his employment, or maturing his felonious little plans, his capacity for innocent enjoyment, is just as great as any honest man. Always dealing with difficulties, mother, when constabulary duties to be done, I'll take one consideration with another. A policeman's lot is not a happy one.
When constabulary duties to be done, a policeman's lot is not a happy one.
When the enterprising burglar's not a burglar, and the cutthroat isn't occupied in crime, he loves to hear the little brook a gurgling, and listen to the merry village chime. When the coster's finished jumping on his mother, and he loves the lie of basking in the sun, I'll take one consideration with another. A policeman's lot is not a happy one.
When constabulary duties to be done, a policeman's lot is not a happy one.
They come in force with stealthy stride. Our obvious course is now too high.
With that like tread, upon the way we steal, in silence dread, upon this way we feel. No sound at all, we never speak a word. Rise
No. Come back. Let's do it again.
Now, friends around the sea, choose the navigation, take another station. Let's bury piracy with a little gallery of the world. All round the way we sing, 'cause I'm dread of Russia's
Hush not a word. I see a light inside. Our next action is now to hide.
Yes, the Major General comes. The Major General comes.
Yes, the Major General comes. Tormented with the anguish dread of falsehood undertones, I lay upon my sleepless bed and tossed and groaned. The man with no conscience ain't at peace at all enjoys. And as I lay in bed awake, I thought I heard a noise.
He thought he heard a noise.
No, all is still on Dale on Hill. My mind is set at ease, so still the scene. It must have been the sighing of the breeze. Sighing softly through the river comes a loving breeze, sensing nature all a-quiver, rustling through the trees.
Through the trees.
And the broken, rippling measure lasts for very long, while the poplars in their pleasure wave their arms above.
Yes, the trees for very long wave their leafy arms above. River, may thy heart be forever. Heaven's sleeping poplar tree, may thy moving happy be. Heaven's sleeping poplar tree, may thy womb be.
What is that, and why does father leave his rest at such a time of practice? This so very incompletely just your father is and always was the most methodical of men. It's his invariable rule to go to bed at 1:30. What strange occurrence can it be that caused your father from his rest at such a time of practice? This so very incompletely dressed, so very incompletely dressed at such a time of night.
His life is ours.
Yes, we're the pirates of despair.
Frederic here, oh joy, oh rapture, summon your men and effect their capture.
Frederic, save us!
Beautiful Mabel, I would if I could, but I am not here.
He's telling the truth, he is not anymore.
Replace the seed who played a part of You've been just sweet in flavors all our feelings, with courage rare and resolution manly. For death prepare, unhappy General Staff.
Is he to die, unshriven, happy, oh,
contrite, but your triumph will not give up light.
Don't say you're orphans, for we know that game.
On your allegiance we've a stronger claim. We charge you yield. We charge you yield. In Queen Victoria's name. We charge you yield. In Queen Victoria's name.
We yield at once with humble meaning, because with all our hearts we love our Queen.
Yes, yes, with all our faults we love our Queen. Yes, yes, with all our faults we love our Queen.
Away with them and place them at the bar.
One moment, let me tell you who they are. They're members of the common room. They are all noblemen who have gone wrong. They are all noblemen who have gone wrong.
No Englishman knew that statement hears, for with all our faults we love our house of peers. I pray you pardon me, ex-pirate king. Peers will be pierced, and you will have it fling. Resume your ranks and legislate the duties, and take my daughters, all of whom are beauties.